Hi, YouTube. My name is Dexter, and welcome to the new series Doll's Nest, where this is how the game starts, and I don't understand it either. I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know why I'm in a bubble, but I'm here. And welcome to the planet Hod, H-O-D. I don't know what's special about it. I just know that everything's dead, and that's all I can really tell you. Everything is broken and decaying and destroyed. I'm falling out of the ceiling. Hello, floor. And the only other well, I have several questions, but the major one is, why is every single character in this game a little girl? And I don't mean that hyperbolic. Like that is a like that is me. I am a small child, and I don't understand why. If you played Armored Core and you were unhappy with the fact that Armored Core was a mission-based game, if you wanted something closer to Dark Souls or Elden Ring when you were playing Armored Core, Doll's Nest is the game for you. It's not as polished as Armored Core or any of the Souls games or Elden Ring or Sekiro, but it definitely scratches the I have a mech suit and I want to shoot people itch. Yoink. The Balmung. Oh boy, I love Balmung. Can I? No, I can't swap here. Dang. Alright, so, like I said, welcome to Hod. This area is called the Central Cavern. There it is. The first thing I will say before we get into the game, the areas in this game are massive. And every single one of them is designed basically to loop back around to these trees. This is the bonfire. I don't remember exactly what it's called. I think it's called a node tree. I don't remember the name of it. I don't remember the name of most things. But I do know that this is my bonfire. And we are going to frame loadout, because I want to equip that sword, because swords are pretty cool. They're a little jank, but they're pretty cool. You don't really have like a class, quote unquote. I'm also gonna can I swap? You know what? Let's go with that one. That one's pretty good. You don't really have a class system. Like you can, all of the way you're gonna play the game is based entirely on your equipment. Is how I'll word it. It's kind of like Monster Hunter in that way, but more in depth. So I started with the Tropeon. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm gonna go with Tropeon. Frame, just because it is the easiest to use. When I first played this game, I used the Falurican, which is high mobility. They load you out with a laser shotgun. Not just a laser shotgun, a laser double barrel. It has 26 rounds in it for some reason. But, there's an area coming up that I can go to that is going to be a little annoying to go through as, with the Tropeon, because, there's two types of damage in this game. There's physical damage and thermal damage, and that is it. That is the types of damage. That is what you have. The area, one of the areas, I believe it's called the Upturned Forest, is highly resistant to thermal damage, which is what the Tropeon set loaded out with. So, another couple small tidbits. If you'll notice at the top of the screen, I have 3 bars. In order, from top to bottom, is health. The blue meter at the end of my health bar is shields, which is just, you can take a little bit of damage, they'll recharge over time, but your health is, if you run out of health, you die. That's just, I don't need to explain that to you. Your health is your health. I don't know how else to word it. The second meter, however, is your ammo meter, which the simplest way I can describe it is mana, but everything that you have uses that mana bar. So, you see how... Okay, that's not true. The only thing I have that doesn't use it is my sword here. Melee weapons do not use your ammo meter. Melee weapons use your energy meter, which is the final meter. But my energy meter... so, every time I pull the trigger on my missiles, because that's what my shoulder weapon is, every time I pull the trigger on my missiles, that is 200 of my 10,000 ammo gone. Every bullet that I fire out of my assault rifle also uses, well, I say assault rifle, this rifle. Every bullet that I use from this gun also has a ammo cost associated to it. So you see how I lost like 300 or 400 there just by reloading my rifle? Each round in my rifle's magazine takes a certain amount of my ammo. And it's just, it's one thing that you're just going to have to get used to. There's not really a consistent way to get ammo back. Those blue pickups I grabbed earlier after I killed those jellyfish, those are I think it's like 10% of your mana bar, or of your ammo bar back, but they're very, very small amounts of ammo. This area, fortunately, has a lot of enemies that will drop a lot of items. It's pretty handy. This area is very much if you're broke, come here, you will get a lot of stuff. There was also a small update to Doll Nest a few days ago, before I started recording this. Oh, you're looking at me, okay. Yeah, there was a small update to this game, that added in 2 new, frame sets. I've never once used a throwing knife in this game, so I don't know what it's for. Supplements, on the other hand, I'm going to hold on to those for quite a while, because those are an item that give you your mana back. Also, where's my... There it is. Repairing agent. Supplement. There we go. That's really all I need. Oh, hello. And if you'll notice the sound that my gun makes when I shoot this thing, that kind of like... I'm going to call it a metallic slapping noise. That is basically a weak point hit. You'll notice if you're landing a weak point hit, your crosshair, your reticle, your lock-on, I think it is, will turn red, which means you're about to do a lot of damage to that target. For the most part, weak points are from behind. There are some enemies that do not adhere to that, but like I said, this area is massive. Everywhere that you see a flat surface, a flat horizontal surface, is something that you can stand on. You can go there. Like, way over there, that orange light over there, that's an item that I can go get. You go down that pathway over there. Or I'm on top of these pipes. I'm pretty sure you can get over onto that pipe too. I don't remember off the top of my head. But like I said, this place is massive. And you get to come back here quite a few times, actually. There's a lot to go explore in here. They don't do a good job of explaining it all, but that's kind of the appeal. It's a giant mystery, sort of, on top of you being essentially a living weapon, but it's the degradation of everything. It's just good level design is where I'm gonna go with this. It's just good level design. Unfortunately, it's a little unstable. There are definitely areas that we will go through, that we have to go through. Yo-Yo the Collector. You're just gonna keep shouting, aren't you? Oh yeah, she's just gonna keep going. Whoops. Do you have anything to eat? I'm almost at the exit, but I'm exhausted. Alright, and there we go. We found our first NPC. That's her. That's her. Little blue eyes over there in the corner there. That's her. That's Yo-Yo the Collector. So this is an area that I can't get through just yet. I need to come back later. Much later, actually. But, the world... How do I word it? Doll's Nest is closer to Demon Souls than Dark Souls in that the world is connected, but not interconnected. Like, there are levels that... If you go to the Upturned Forest, you can go from the Upturned Forest all the way through to the end of the Upturned Forest, but you cannot get to another area called, like, the Great Forest. Or, hey, cool, I got a pistol. Yep. There's a whole bunch of, levels that you can go through is where I'm going with this, but none of them a level is self-contained. You can't go from one area to the next, to a different area, just by wandering around far enough. You are very much on different parts of the planet, basically. Yoink. But yeah, I'm quite excited to be playing this. Like I said, I beat it. I think I know what this is. Pretty sure I know where this is. The only problem I have with the game is, if you'll see next to my reticle, those red lines, that means I have achieved, like, I can't turn any faster than this, but I can look back that way. So I can wiggle my camera back and forth. I probably shouldn't, but I can. And that, it's all based on the legs of your frame. And I mean that literally, like, they call it the mobility option, or the mobility unit, I think, but I'm gonna call it the legs, because that's what they all are. Your legs determine how your character moves. Like I was saying earlier, there's not really a class system, it's all based on your equipment. So the breakdown is, your legs determine how much you can carry and how well your thing moves. Your helmet affects basically gun accuracy and melee damage for some reason. The back, that jetpack looking thing on my back, affects the things that are attached to it, such as my my missile launcher. And there's a fourth piece of equipment called your utility module, which is just, if you'll see underneath my my giant hexagon there, because the hexagon is my lock-on range. Anything inside that area will the first enemy inside the area will get locked onto. And as that lock builds up, your shots get more and more accurate, and eventually you will start leading your target. It's a pretty neat system. It does take a bit of getting used to, though. But like I said, beat the game. I know what I'm doing, sort of. I have a rough idea as to what I'm doing. I definitely get my ass kicked a lot, but, you know, I'm trying my best. Melee! Woo! But yeah, if I wanted to just hike down over there, that's where those orange dots were that I was pointing out earlier. Bang. Kablamo. Dead. Yoink. And we're just gonna scoot on forward. Yoink. Oh boy, graphite seeds. So there's two different types of upgrades in this game. Since you yourself don't level up, you upgrade your equipment. And it's graphite items are for weapons. Palladium items are for your armor, basically. And for the most part, I think I'm just going to stick with the Tropion. It's just the most ubiquitous. It'll get you through the game in style. Sort of. I can't go this way. Alright then. But like I said, there's a lot to explore. I'm not going to show off every nook and cranny in this place, because we'd be here until hell freezes over. Because it's just so goddamn huge. And very well designed. I cannot stress that enough. This game's level design is phenomenal. Enemy placement, not so much. And boss design leaves a little to be desired, but for the most part, all the bosses are a unique challenge. But there is quite a lot of jank that you're gonna have to fight with, but you'll get used to it in time. Or maybe you won't, and you'll fucking hate it. I don't know. I don't know who you are. I don't know who I'm talking to. I'm just saying what I know. Ow. Dickhead. And yes, I could have walked through that building. I didn't feel like it. But as I was saying earlier, the levels are designed entirely around the central hub tree. So eventually I will find my way back there. Depending on the route that I take, it'll look different, but I will get back there eventually. There are shortcuts that you unlock, little teleporters. That blue ring of mushrooms that I came across earlier, that's a thing. I didn't say anything about it, but there was a blue ring of mushrooms. Hey, cool, I got a javelin. That's a gun that I'm not going to be using. I've never used it. I don't like sniping in this game, and that's basically what that is. So we're just gonna ignore that. It might do tons of damage. I will never know, because I am not a good aimer. I'm not a good sniper. As you can quite clearly tell, I'm playing this on a controller, otherwise you'd be hearing my keyboard clack all the time. Alright, sword time. That did a lot more than I realized. Okay, that's cool. Whoop. But yeah, this is kind of why they give you the shield, because there are just a lot of enemies around that are going to... They're just gonna hit you. There is very much an existence tax in this game. And I find it a lot. Alright, so there is a... I thought I killed you! Who's... Oh, that guy. Yeah, I thought I killed him. Oh no, I killed the guy on top. Never mind. Oh, he dropped something. Sweet. I love repairing agents. I love healing items. Whee! Alright, so there is... Oh yeah, there's the treasure chest. There's a lot of stuff that I've missed in this level so far, but again, this place is too gigantic for me to keep track of everything. Kuramitsuha is a full set. It is a lightweight set, if I remember correctly. Oh yeah, I forgot about thrusters. I forgot to talk about thrusters too when I was talking about the equipment. They're just extra mobility. It's just how your robot moves. Or it's another part of how your robot moves. Sword. I don't think there's anything in here for me to worry about. As in, I don't think I should be going this way. But I'm gonna do it anyways, and we're just gonna see what happens. We're just gonna ride. We're gonna let it rock. I'm gonna cut this man in half. Never mind, he's gonna pay attention. He's gonna turn around and try to kill me. Okay, there is an item over there, though, so I'm glad I came this way. Can I walk through that? I can walk under that. Can I walk through that? I cannot walk through that. Damn. Whoop. Alright, fine. Be that way. Be that way. Whoop. Yoink. Repairing agent. Oh boy. And there's more items over here, but there's a dude waiting for me, and he's got a shotgun. Shotguns are kind of scary in this game, especially when enemies have them, because they hurt. Supplements. Woo! Hey, look, a dead person. A stripped down skeleton. I'm pretty sure that's the remnants of a nymph, which is what these little robot anime girls are called. They're called nymphs. And the enemies I'm fighting are called variants. So that's the only bit of lore that I know in this game. I'm a nymph, enemies are variants. As in variant S. Not variants as in, you know, there's a slight variation in the numbers. Oh, right, yeah, it's in here. Also, the game doesn't like it when you walk through boxes, or enough boxes. Like I said, this game is kind of jank. They didn't do a very good job at optimizing it. It's functional, don't get me wrong. It's just a little jank. So, this is the introduction to the game. And it does a great job at getting you to, you know, look around a little bit. But you don't need to. You can just hammer through the story with the base equipment that they give you. With a few exceptions. Like I said, going through one of the areas, the upturn? Or the great... I don't remember which one it was. But, one of the areas has very high thermal damage resistance, which makes going through that area with Flurican. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work because you do so much you do such reduced damage that you're gonna waste your entire 26 magazine on the first guy you encounter. I wish I could stop the game from having heart attacks every time I turn a corner, but I can't. There's nothing I can do to stop that. But I believe we've found our way to the spawn point again, which is a good place to call it quits. Blue doors will open, red doors do not, and every single door that you come across will not open from the side that you first find it from. So yeah, we're pretty close. Oh yeah, this is the teleporter that I was talking about. There's one in that direction that if I stand on it, it will blink me back over here. And hey, look, an item. Always keep your eyes open. There are tons of hidden paths and things to find, like these two things that I just didn't grab. There was a pipe that I could have gone into. I think it was... Now, oh, I can't just grab it from here. Sweet. There was a pipe that I could have gone through when I was walking across the... in behind that destroyed building on the big pipe. There was a pipe I could have gone through that would have gotten me a new armor set, if I remember correctly. Can I jump high enough? I can jump high enough. Sick. But yeah, just keep your head on a swivel. Luminous ore is useless outside of one area. Hey, look, more items. Yeah, I definitely missed these on my first time through here, because everybody's dead. Nobody's shooting at me. I was too busy, you know, trying to kill everybody. But yeah, just the simple, the easiest point or tip that I can give people if you want to play this game is just keep your head on a swivel. But I'm gonna go. Hope y'all enjoyed this first episode. Maybe we'll see how big the file is, and then I will decide from there. But I hope to show off more of this game, because I really enjoyed it, for, you know, despite how jank it is sometimes. But I'm gonna go. Hope y'all enjoyed this, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, everybody. Been a ton of fun.